clash between the two. And as I said before, the outcome of that clash remains unclear. It's not going to be a one-way street.
Thank you very much, Mr. Iris, for sharing that insight with us on NewsX World. Now we have another breaking news coming in from Iran. Iran Security Chief Ali Larijani has announced that the transition process following the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei will begin on Sunday. In a televised interview, Larijani has emphasized the need to prevent attempts to divide Iran during this critical time. He has revealed that an interim leadership council would be formed consisting of the president, the head of judiciary, and a jurist from the Guardian Council. This temporary body will assume responsibility until a new leader is elected. Larijani, who served as an advisor to Khamenei, said efforts to form the council would begin immediately. Let's listen into these statements.
آینده ایران در شرایط فقدان رهبری فکر شده و به زودی شورای موقت رهبری تشکیل خواهد شد که برای موقت رئیس جمهور و رئیس قوه قضاییه و یکی از فقهای شورای نگهبان به انتخاب مجمع تشخیص مصلحت نظام اینها موقتا وظایف رهبری در کشور رو به عهده خواهند داشت تا اینکه رهبر بعدی انتخاب بشه و این کار در اسرع وقت صورت خواهد گرفت و امروز انشاءالله این پیگیری میشه که شورای موقت رهبری تشکیل بشه مطابق قانون اساسی و وظایفی که بر عهده‌اش هست انجام. اون گروهک هایی که فکر تجزیه ایران هستند بدانند ما در این قضیه هیچ مسامحه نخواهیم کرد و نیروهای مسلح و ملت پای یک پارچگی ایران ایستادن و تصور نکنن یک نسیمی وزیده و میتوانند قسمتی از ایران رو تجزیه کنند.
Now for this we welcome Mr. Borzo Daragahi. He's an Iranian-American journalist and founder of Badlands newsletter, joins us live from Turkey. Thank you very much, Mr. Daragahi, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, as you know, we are seeing this unfold and situation escalate in the region. What more can you tell us about what was also your initial take on this, and now what do you think can happen or is happening?
Well, I was quite surprised, as some have mentioned, at how quickly the Iranians were able to respond. I was not at all surprised that Israel and the United States attacked. That was basically obvious for anyone who knows how the U.S. works and can smell the winds of war impending. And so this is basically going as I expected, except it just happened much more fast, much more quickly, and escalated much more widely in terms of the region than I expected. So we're like 24 hours into this already. You know, Tel Aviv, there's fires. Tehran, there's fires. Tabriz, there's fires. There's a horrific massacre of school children in southern Iran. There's towers in Dubai and Bahrain and other parts of the Arabian Peninsula, the Gulf states being hit. There's protests in Pakistan, Iraq, etc., following the death of the supreme leader Ali Khamenei. So this has just gone from, in car commercials we say going from 0 to 100 in 6 seconds. This has gone from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. It has accelerated very quickly in that sense.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daragahi, for highlighting that. Unlike you, I was completely blindsided by the negotiations, thinking that these situation will de-escalate. So you think that now that it has escalated, like you rightfully mentioned, do you think de-escalation will happen after this escalation that we are seeing right now? And how also do you analyze the current capacity of Iran to hit back while balancing, where and also protecting their sovereignty?
We have a little bit of opacity in terms of what the Iranian capabilities are. We don't know exactly how many missiles they have in their arsenal and how well protected those are. And we don't know the U.S. determination and the Israeli determination to locate and destroy those launcher sites. That's going to be a key element to watch, because as long as Iran has those missile launchers, they will launch missiles. The other factor, the other X factor, is the world powers. Usually when there's a war, you have world powers intervening and trying to bring about a diplomatic solution, trying to bring both sides to the table. You have right now Europe basically, except for Spain, giving Trump a green light, essentially trading there, really refusing to oppose what is by many legal experts considered an illegal war of aggression by the U.S. and Israel. They refuse to oppose it, most likely because they kind of need U.S. support for the Ukraine war. You have, China kind of giving surreptitious support to the Iranians. Maybe they actually like this war. This is a way to bog the U.S. down in a conflict. And you have India basically siding with Israel at this point, or just at least being quiet instead of trying to intervene. So a lot of world powers who could be doing something are sitting on the sidelines, watching to see which way the wind blows and deciding which way they will take in the coming days.
Yes, and how do you analyze how Russia is eyeing this situation?
I think Russia would like to support Iran. I think they have given some support to Iran. They recently promised them some weapons, including surface-to-air missile launchers, handheld ones that could be used to down U.S. planes, not the most sophisticated ones, but some of them. But I think that Russia is also kind of bogged down in Ukraine very much, and it's sort of concentrated on that conflict, so it cannot provide a lot of kinetic support. I will say one thing. At the end of this, if push comes to shove, and it does appear that the Iranian regime is about to fall and is about to be wrested from the Eurasian axis that is led by China and India, at that point, I would expect them to intervene more forcefully.
Right. And now bringing U.S. to conversation, how is the U.S. Iranian diaspora in U.S. Receiving this news? How is the atmosphere like among the diaspora there?
I could tell you that everyone, in the diaspora, except for a very few people, is opposed to the supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. No one's going to shed any tears for him, at least not many people in the diaspora. But I think that the diaspora is also very much divided. You have these very vocal monarchists, aligned with Israel, spouting all sorts of propaganda all day long on the internet. And then you have a more quiet, subdued group of people, more on the liberal left side of the political spectrum, who are opposed to this war because they fear what will come out of it.